不然就是之后你可以摸一下那个永恒轮回，我们很乐意在旁边看戏。
我感觉这个好像没好事呢。
没有吃鸡游戏嘛，对不对？
我记得你有讲过好几次这个游戏的名字。
小孩便宜的。
啊，那你？哦哇哦，no
哇哦
no no no， 你不要过来呀！
别害怕。
我怕烂。
Nice to see you, my young friend.
哦，又要 po 什么？当你朋友是干弟。我朋友是看一下。
进入了。
我头痛。
哇哦！哇哦，是紫燕燕。
当你朋友是干弟，
我朋友是可以看一下。
一夜挖空你的家。
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I
紫
assume.
燕燕明天
So
放
you
假。
did create them.
没事啊，明天我也放假，今
哎呀，
天我也放假。
没事，我明天也
I
放假。
did. It was a ploy to give that
啊，可以
pathetic
抓来玩
oaf
那
moon a taste of the
个。
grief
哦，
he
但是我的话
felt
都还没讲。
You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit.
但我明天
Even when
不
we
在
were at school, he
电
was
脑
a
桌前
cowardly
面。
bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
幼稚的大人。
我幼稚大人哪里啊？我吗？Nice。
没有没有没有在说你，没有你很棒，你很乖，很棒棒棒。
哦哇哦。
哦哇哦。我是在看故事，看完我觉得幼稚的大人。我讲他也是相爱相杀呢，然后。
Revelio.
Confringo.
你们有想要玩萨尔达吗？5月份吧，好像。
今天天气真好。
新的哦。
啊什么？啊啥？
我在想。
哦。
新的萨尔达，我在想。
我在想。
我在想，有没有要玩它？
都有啊，新的旧的都有啊。我旧的是没有玩的，所以我是要，应该都会玩。
你旧的是指哪一款？
哪一款旷野吧？
旷野之息啊。
一样。
那我都已经破了不知道几遍了。
哦哇哦！新的不是5月份，你们该不下又游戏荒？
What if he sticks like this?
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues.
当你朋友是干弟，
It was a classmate of yours that you bullied.
很
Pemberton.
名副其实。
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he
可
does.
是我不是啊。
Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about
很
them.
棒，好哦。那我要去买 DLC 吗？好哦。
Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend. ，DLC。
这
或许是 DQ 一名普通的 M7。
丢丢丢丢丢。
这为什么这干弟有强迫症啊？真的不对，我好像
你是不是在讲你自己？哦。
这种时候就是这种时候就是你的不对了。俗话说得好，看破不说破。
看来就是。
你就不应该讲出来。
你讲出来了就，你就承认了。
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone.
哦，还有第2集。
Your message
是我
mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the
还有他
highlands
这个
by
是
the
用那
field
个吧
until
，buff
now,
开的吧？
much to my mother's chagrin.
他
That
这
is
是
how
不
I
是用
managed to
buff
spy
开的
on
吧？
Rookwood
因为
Hollow.
也就发本才有那个。
走路动画
How does it
那
feel
个
to
弯腿
transform
动
into an
画。
animal?
Well, the
Yep,
first time
that's all.
it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love
Nah, dude.
transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting room. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by his behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before.
现在在直播里面有
Seems
谁？
I may have caused you more
直播里面有
trouble
谁？
than
我不
Victor
知道呢。
recorded.
一个是紫嫣嫣
Why is he after
的
you?
样子。
I don't know。
啊
Rookwood is
哈
working
？What？
on
哈？
Ranrock, and
我
we
不
want
知道哎，
to
反正显示2个人，但我不知道有谁。
Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon
谁
attack.
呀？
It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly
Yeah,
helps to
Joe.
shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own.
紫妍妍在跟
I
你们
shan't
打招
press for more
呼。
details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that
情
dragon
绪
down
很
as
高
soon as I
涨。
can.
嘿呀，因为明天放假，我猜。
I have news of her location.
对，他的朋友也是干弟嘛，
谁的朋友也是干弟吗？啊，明天还要上早起的班，什么？这么累的吗？
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
加油吧！
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an
他来
assignment
一
to
个
study
干的
some
就对了。
guy in this catacomb. From what I
不
read
知
in a
道，我
report
看
by
我
the
还在看第三
student,
集。
they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still
有
here.
点你干而已。
As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find
我
it.
操！
For Anne,
更狠。
I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was
加
important
班
enough
起
for
哈，
Slytherin to
那你要
stash in
加
his
班到什么
spellbook,
时候会比较轻
it's
松
worthy
一
of
点？
further study.
都没有时间出去走走，酷酷。
I'm
我也
ready
差
to
不多
explore
啦
the catacomb.
这
Perhaps
个
we
月
can
份
visit Anne，
明
when
天
we
好不容易
finish.
可以放个
Perfect.
假。
By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
原来
我也想出去走走。
真的，真的。
I'll be interested to
炎黄，
compare what lies
赶快没订单。
this catacomb.
我搬到他搬到他的家上面去，他搬到我们家上面去，然后我们再搬到他家上面去玩的。
赶快没订单就没有钱钱了呢。
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Confringo! Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Confringo!
This room is taller than it looks.
Guardian Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
这个人太狠了，仔细看，他用水灌人家家，
后面还有更狠的呢
I。nearly slipped there.
好不好？
那个我已经看完了，那个是一个观众分享的。
友军请你住手！友军请住手！
All this grass, it no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine though.
不过放心啊，那甘地绝对不会是我。
This is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Here.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
这几个意思，更大的水幕，也太狠了吧！当甘地遇到甘地，我怕了。
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's
我
control.
要学到一招黑魔法了，哦哇哦！
If you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
哇
都说
哦！
你是来这里的美，
哪有？
Shouldn't I know more about what the
我
curse
就说你
是
是来这里
Remember
的，
the
我不
blasting
信。
curse?
披着黄色皮的绿色皮。
Except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear.
这可是一个伏地魔哎！你在说什么？
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try. That worked. Keep going. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. Make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
海记小屋变海东小屋。
你是不是也想要盖海中小屋啊？
我还真改过。
哦。
练很多干地，有一只。干地只有一个，但寄生虫有无限个。
哦哇哦！谁是那干地啊？我是寄生虫。
啊哈。
你看，连那种我都不。
哎，
哎呀，嗯哼，
Dead end. Love.
自己讲自己不太算数哦。
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
嘿嘿，
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find
父母
another
记
way
再一
to
次
help.
炸裂了。
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed,
那
Sebastian.
哪里？
You have my
不
word.
知道要不要玩这个？
我两个，
我贴出来。
等我下啊，我先冲出去
He
洞
never
穴。
wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic.
娜塔莉玩这个应该崩溃吧？
It only upset her.
等等啊，我还在跑主线。
This isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke over there by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
You won't help me. You're really not very good at this, are you? Why? Rather unwise coming back this way. There you are.
You release me! Stay back! Keep out of the way!
There's nowhere to go.
Expulsor! You keep out of Skull's reach!
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With
这
an
个麦克
unforgivable
难度也太
curse
高了吧？
from that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Today, we're going to be making Minecraft absolutely terrifying with mods.
我只能说这个，也有玩得很惊恐。
呀，呀，是的，没错呢。
What was he thinking?
啊，你想玩？是的，没错啊，没问题。
没啊。
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, If either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
OK， 我等回来。
放。
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue power.
Promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries. Easily. Get accustomed to that. No!
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through.
I shall avenge you.
A relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun. I should tell you, rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
For better or for worse, we're in.
I won't rest. Arrogant child!
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Confringo.
That bridge has seen better days.
Wingardium Leviosa.
world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ramrock's loyalists all but declared war. Lumos. Still not seen a single rune.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Finished yet?
Cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap, Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for.
Revelio.
Hanan. 白月。
Have a look around in peace.
耶，白月娘多打招呼。
还有在这里打招呼。
Revelio.
We should clear out these spider webs. Always seem to be in the way.
Revelio.
旁边那个盾牌是不是能够使用？
啊什么？
这像盾牌东西啊。
感觉像盾牌的东西，哈啥哈？
还点那个，有好几个。
Wasn't expecting that.
Huh? Huh?
Revelio.
We should clear out these spider webs. Always seem to be in the way. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morrowind has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
要去一下厕所。会来了，到。看一下今天能不能把那个进度达到60%。赶快把它打完。
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak
报道，
gobbledygook?
楠楠。
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serena's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serena trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
周末有没有想要做什么啊？还是各位就在家？没有想要出去走走？
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained the magical power wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me it was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
I can, sir.
Just, Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else do we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
这是真假？这个不是要强制潜行吧？哦，这个不会潜行了呢。想上班，你怎么跟一般人不一样？一般人都想放假。我直接给他，不能给他直接冲进去嘛？真的是，好娘啊！来回你，不上班没钱也是拿，但是又没办法。
I'll be quiet.
The door is looking at us.
我来回桃园跟台南，那你可以顺便再待一个礼拜，休息一下。
A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
寻找证据。
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
要不然你就当休息放假一个礼拜，我都很想放假嘞。我们办公室 L 人要去出国一个礼拜，我就听到他要出国，我也想出国。
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
他现在就激动的跟一个小朋友一样。
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Yes, of course.
Revelio.
这么多，直接打比较快吧？这个人讨厌潜行的，因为很麻烦。
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
That was a little more than I'm used to. I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
但是如果你上班是在做自己的喜欢的事情，那其实我觉得那个就不叫上班了。那个做起来的那个感觉会不一样。我现在呢，非常深刻的感受到这一点，所以现在非常的挣扎中。
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
啊？
Quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
是啊。还有钱，但也不一定是钱哎。我有时候那个是会用以物换物的方式，就不一定是跟人家拿钱。
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
那个如果要
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Ha 器官很值钱，但是不要乱卖啊！ 楼上有宝箱哎，这样能不去打吗？真是。好像小矮人的房间，好像那个白雪公主里面的房间。
I will make you pay.
That's the last floor of this. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
就我从头都在剪辑，完全没有在注意那个人在讲什么。这也太……怎么那么多只啊？这么多只真的是只能出去打了嘛，对吧？我相信一定是这样的嘛，对不对？潜行什么的不用理他啦。
That was meant for me. Your spells glance off of me. It is not right.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another
当然，全部杀光光最简单。这是在往前冲冲啊！谁挡杀谁。你管他怎么潜行，我才不会潜行呢。
Magical snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Lumos. Lumos. Lumos.
喂，按错键。通通炸光光，哎呀！
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Rebellion.
炸光光，杀光光，什么都不见了。
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lord Gok what we found.
Oh, wow.
Back here. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
去拿宝箱，哈哈！来了都来了，能不拿宝箱吗？我就是敛财，哼！哦耶！新的装饰物。感觉这边好像到不了，算了。
One less human to worry about.
What the?
？We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
冲啊！秘密，秘密是什么？我要装个水。
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lord Cock.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
那我有点好奇。我现在只知道，当你朋友是个干弟。
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget.
当你朋友是个干爹。
Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery. but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
怎么没有发现我的大地图啊？少了一些东西呢？你们有没有发现梅林的那个符号全部都不见了啊？这些全部都是我平常很辛苦干来的，没有啦。我把它先解一解，想说比较不会那么的占时间，比较可以专心的冲主线还有支线。哈哈，现在我的地图干净很多了哟，好开心。
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
Hey, hey.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
Huh?
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
那直接放上去听听看，大家可以给你一些意见。那个里面 DC 群里面有一些是有在玩音乐的，或许你们可以交流交流。
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
我这几天身边一个朋友才刚确诊呢，
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
我们要面对到巨龙了哟。
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Huh?
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Ringo! What have you done what you came to do? Places! Finger! I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
There she is again.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
他没有吃包
How
包，
lucky for us.
也没有睡好好，所以他生气气。感觉
Watch
是
your
这样
step.
呢。
Dove to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that?
I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead. Over here!
Follow when it's...
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the next. Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too low, if you ask me. I don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we'll run past that. Get to that opening below her.
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
啊？蛋呢？
Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair it.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
冲啊！好，放下。蛋好小颗，你这么大一只，臭懒，干嘛吐口水给我？
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horndale Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Hmm?
How could I have been so blind?
今天大概开到12点。
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Wow.对啊，但是明天会出去散步一下，因为最近闷坏啦，心情也不好，想说就出去走走这样。当散散步吧。你明天应该不会开，所以我今天才会开台。
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. What are we looking for today? You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really.
Wow.
What with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
好远，好远。好，算了。
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Away from me!
圣诞树。
Time to trade away.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
是吧？
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
是吗？是吗？是吗？是吗？是吗？汪汪汪汪汪汪！嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿呀！汪汪汪汪汪汪汪！你
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
总 total 56%，我还想说今天能达到60%，但是我已经有点想睡觉了。今天只能开到12点。嘿嘿，还好啦。睡得跟猪一样，嘟。你好。 我是说我跟猪猪一样可爱。嘿嘿。
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned.
Mr. Bickle.
Agabus Philbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
可以啦，可以啦。你会梦到软绵绵的尾巴。
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in
太美
Hogsmeade.
了。直接不用上班了，叮，睡到下班哦。
Find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them.
结果这个梦太美啦。
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
雪狐卷是什么？你说跟雪狐一样卷在一起的母女？哇，好像蛮可爱的啊！哇！或许可以来出个
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
那个样子的贴图。
I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
给你们当小宠物的感觉，嗯呐。
He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
可是姨妈妈要被学夫卷着放在头上。
Understand about Harlow? It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note when you-know-who came into the shop. I had the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping, and I've also been trying to cut... My circumstances tend to be worthy of Rosie.
啊？什么？还没啊？
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
哦，好，好，没事啊，我明天会去台南，去走走吧，然后顺便拿那个去买龙须糖过去那边，过去阿居他们那里。
But be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
啊，没事啊，但是阿居很开心，他面试上了那个，对，
Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
他很开心。我知道，他说他可以跟维尼上班。我知道，就是调到现在26400呢。哎呀，他现在，明天哦，对啊对啊，他现在调点了，调到别的地方去了。他们公司安排的，不过他也没有很远啊，其实都蛮近的，在那个明城路上，也就是往原本的点再往前面骑个5分钟。对啊。
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow.
晚安，晚安，晚安，我只是刚刚被打电话。
gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Revelio. Like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Velio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
又要潜行。
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Keep an eye out.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Revelio.
There's trouble afoot.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting for Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles.
Revelio.
没有别的路可以走吗？嗯。 这到底要怎么过啊？
哎。
So hurrah, me lads in Rookwood times is glad. It's all about having a keen eye. Take me, for instance. My eye's as keen as a niffler's on a pile of gold, or a knobtail to a sow. No, I'm not bragging. That's just the truth, that is.
I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
What?
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles.
Oh, 所以其实应该也不一定要那个吧，对不对？
Lumos.
Cast my eyes closer. Best to be sure.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Somebody out there?
book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio. Revelio.
哎呀，但是因为我还没解完，我想说把这个任务解完再去睡觉。因为我没想到他要解这么久，然后天哪！ 好多老鼠。
Revelio.
Natty must be here somewhere.
Revelio. You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natalie was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand.
而且我刚才发现，我好像不小心把他们的 boss 变成一个自己人，然后就让他们去打他的小兵。哦哇哦！
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
真棒，变成自己人啦。
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
好像都被我打完了嘞。
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once.
真棒，解完了。希望明天如果有机会再打一下的话，可以冲到60%。
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
好呛，当局并没有想要请大招要。
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
他关系任务有32个，然后我才能打3个。哇哦！不过我还蛮期待他之后改版，看会不会新增更多的奇兽可以抓。好啦，睡觉啦，拜拜！感谢你们今天来收看，我累了，我要睡了，拜拜拜拜拜拜拜！差点忘记储存游戏啊，没有储存就哭了。拜拜拜拜拜拜拜拜拜。